Welcome back. It's time now to take a look at the top business stories. Increased innovation needed in the telecom sector, say industry experts. Dubai Tech inaugurates nucleotide laboratory complex. And we take a global overview of the VoIP sector. Asian markets fell today over European concerns and Chinese economic tightening to rein in inflation. Most GCC markets also closed lower, and there were similar trends across the UAE bourses. The DFM fell 0.5% to close at 1,668 points. The real estate sector was down today. MR Properties dropped nearly 1%, while Arab Tech lost 0.5%. The DFM reversed Monday's gains to drop 2%. DO lost 0.75%. Emirates MBD gained 1.5% as the bank announced that it has raised 1.5 billion dirhams through a multi-currency loan structured around its portfolio of syndicated loans to corporates. 83 million shares were traded, valued at 114 million dirhams. In the capital, the ADX fell marginally to close at 2,729 points. Shares at Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank were up nearly 1.5%. Aldar Properties also gained 1.5%, while Suru Real Estate gained 1.25%. 51 million shares were traded, valued at 100 million dirhams. The Ministry of Health inaugurated a state-of-the-art nucleotide laboratory complex at Biotech today. The complex is part of the region's first free zone dedicated to the life science industry and now comprises of 70 biotechnology, pharmaceutical, laboratory equipment companies and testing laboratories, and includes global names like Pfizer, Amgen and Merck Serono, amongst others. Plans are to expand the facility to house 25 warehouse facilities for manufacturing and distribution.
The laboratory complex, which is known as the nucleotide complex, is the only dedicated building for labs in the entire Middle East. So it is built to basically encompass labs in different areas like testing, development, and also creation. And we have also received the silver certification, which makes it a very efficient building.
Now, the telecom sector is seeing increased service innovations to meet the challenges of evolving markets. The latest edition of the GSM 3G Middle East Telco World Summit is currently underway in Dubai, and experts say there is an increased demand for enhanced responsiveness and competitiveness. One of the main topics of discussion today was real-time convergent charging as the latest service innovation to come to the Middle East.
You can do things like in a family, the parents have a postpaid account, the children have a prepaid account, but they can call always their parents on the postpaid account of the parents, so you can create user groups for different profiles. So you're combining essentially the prepaid model with the classical postpaid model, and you're turning pre- and postpaid into a payment method, but no longer a product portfolio decision. Real-time convergent charging is something that is really coming of age now. 2010 has seen a lot of interest and pilots. Before it was just a theoretical exercise in how can we create a single product portfolio to serve across all of our customer segments. Now operators are really looking at implementing it seriously, and I think we will see the real first convergent service packages in 2011 from some of the operators in the region.
GCC markets closed lower today. Let's check in on those numbers now, starting off with the UAE general indexes. Coming up now, let's take a look at the major international currencies against the dirham, followed by the price of oil and the precious metals. On the way after the break, we talk to Hans-Burgart Zierman, the Managing Director and Chief Marketing Officer of Siemens Gigaset, about the global VO IP sector.